It's Portland Bulldogs boys basketball on WPPS, brought to you by the Portland Public Schools. Promise, prepared, and empowered. Now we send you to the broadcast booth with Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt. It's January 10th, 2019, and we are here at the home of the South Portland Red Riots for tonight's boys basketball action between the Red Riots and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt, Bobby Tavani on camera for WPPS TV 1302, joined tonight by Mike Hoffer as well. Mike, the Dogs are 6-3. They're ranked in the middle of the pack. South Portland has less wins, more losses, but they're ranked higher.
Well, I guess it goes to show I wouldn't pay a lot of attention to the heel points at the midway point, but what it does illustrate is how wide open and how balanced Class AA is, both in the North and the South this year. And I'm trying to remember a time when Portland and South Portland squared off when each team didn't have a glowing record. Usually at least one of them has a sparkling record, but you look at Portland, all of their losses could have been wins, and South Portland has been very competitive as well. I think you're going to see that continue all season, and I expect both teams will give each other a good run tonight. A lot of unfamiliar names this year, where in years past you had the Hassans and the Mosses. Both teams kind of feature some more unfamiliar names this time around.
Well, in the last game, Frank, we had the good fortune to see the Dogs turn it around on a last-second shot by John Alato to make it a 2-point win. What can we expect to see tonight from the Dogs?
Well, Steve, really, every time we see Portland and South Portland, we can expect a tight matchup. I would say here it's down the stretch, as we saw against Sanford. Who's Coach Russo going to be able to lean on when he needs a bucket the most?
Well, we'll see if there'll be another delay game, which is one of the most exciting, or one of the most interesting games, we could say, that we've ever seen. We're going to bring you all of the exciting action in a moment.
Marcus, I told you. Except to wait for the other people to leave. That's the way it always is. Wait. Over on the corner, sitting there and wait.
So, Frank, what is interesting is that the same referees that did the girls' game are doing the boys' game.
That beats me, Steve, and different rotation. Looks like we'll have a different referee, and girls' game referee Skip Capone appears to be shifting to umpire.
So set to jump at midcourt will be number 34, Scott Lewis.
Lewis coming off illness, missed a couple games earlier this season, so we'll see if he's lost a step or back to form.
He is a 6'7" forward. It's funny how teams don't really even list on their rosters centers anymore.
And Lewis has the ability to stretch the floor and shoot. It should be a good matchup here for Trey Ballou.
Oh, off of Gaddis, and Cade Carr will come up with it.
Portland out in man-to-man.
Pachutka around the horn here to Jeremy Baez. Everybody's touched it so far for South Portland. Now that Pamba did, Alato skies up for that rebound.
Typical matchup zone for South Portland. It's become a hallmark of the Kevin Millington teams.
Ooh. Whoa.
That could have been a travel on Alato. He just seems like he forgot what he was doing up there.
Well, did they used to have that call up and down? Because that's what happened.
That's the way I saw it, but the men in the striped shirts disagreed.
But is that what the call is?
It'd be a travel.
Travel. Downtown Pedro doesn't fall.
And you'll hear about it.
South Portland with a decent-sized student section here tonight. Not many Portland students have made it over the bridge. Here in a different type of Battle of the Bridge.
Oh, great backdoor look.
What a pass and bucket for Baez. That great feed. The backdoor cutter, that was by design. So South Portland strikes first, and that's going to be...
Nolato touched it. That's going to be a turnover. The ball's right in front of you. You just got to pick the ball up. You can't just let it roll by you. A 2-3 look out of Portland here. Let's see what South Portland does with it. Skip pass over the top.
10 is Cade Carr.
And Portland getting a little trap in the corner out of the 2-3.
Yeah, the three-pointer by Tyree Bajotka. Bajotka, that's 5 points now for South Portland. Gaddis around to Alato. Trey Ballou posts. It's off of Gaddis' foot. Here's Trey for three. Does not fall. And the rebound will come out to Pamba.
And Pamba's the leading scorer for South Portland, as that'll be through Lewis's hand for the Red Riot's first turnover of the evening. Pamba averaging around 14 points a game coming into this contest. And a little token man pressure.
Alato.
Good inbound look. Caught him off guard. Ballou for two.
First bucket for Portland. 3 minutes into the first quarter, it's 5-2. Ooh, fighting hard and in is Baez. He's an athletic player, you can tell. First alley-oop. And this now, it's a forced shot. It's maybe perhaps an unforced error, however. And now shooting deep and hitting is Hunter Owen, who is checked in. And Portland will take a timeout with 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. They are down by 8. So Stillman Mayen checks in for the Dogs.
Looks like full court man press. 1-2-1-1. They're going to try to jump the first pass wherever it is.
Ballou out to Alato for three. Doesn't fall. The rebound will come to Owen with a quick out.
Out on him. Direct that
There's more 2-3 out of Portland.
Yeah, 12 is Jacob Milton inside, and hitting inside is Baez. His 6th point of the game. It's 12-2. My goodness.
South Portland really scoring at will here on that zone. Great motion, good pass, and they get the bucket. Offensive. Gaddis lowered his shoulder.
Well,
that'll be the charge every single time.
That's a bull in a china shop right there. Very strong player. He's going to take a seat, though, as Richard Greenwood will check in for the Dogs. And Ronaldo Wakati will check in for Jeremiah Alato.
There's the 2-2-1 press from Portland.
So Hunter Owen is 6'5", and he's in the game now. Oh, goes right out to Pamba. To Owen inside. Oh my goodness. Pamba for 3. It is 15-2 with 3:03 left in the first quarter. The Red Riots are on fire.
And Portland narrowly avoiding 10 seconds there.
Nifty bucket by Ballou.
No, that no bucket, Steve. Bounced out.
Oh.
It fooled me as well, so I had to look to the officials for that call. Big possession here for Portland. See if they can kind of chip away at this lead.
Man, to Ballou at the foul line. There's the 2. His second bucket of the game is 15-4. Oh, that's got to be a travel.
Offensive foul.
Yeah. Well, it would have been a travel if it wasn't a foul.
Here's 1-2-1-1 again from South Portland.
Hurt a little bit there is Jeremy Baez. He's holding his back. Number 25 is Logan Doucette in the game.
Full court man that time.
So in man with some nice ball handling, gets it over the half court line pretty quickly, and he's fouled.
And check. And that'll be against Pamba. His first, South Portland second.
Going up there.
Simon wants it. Oh, Ballou with a nifty rebound and the hard fought, but then loses it. Here comes Simon for 3. Not that time. He wants to take it over, you can tell, but...
Pamba, nice leaner.
His 5th point, 17-4, a minute and a half left in the first quarter. And a foul on Jacob Milton.
No, it'll be David Fiorini, number 13.
That's right. Fiorini is a name we've heard before.
South Portland already going 10 deep.
Ryan Bowles and Tyree Bajotka are in for South Portland.
So fresh legs will really enable this Red Riots team to get up and down and run with Portland.
Maine in the corner. Ooh, Wakati was bumped there.
Come on, hard on the boards, kids.
Doucette gets it.
Get after it.
And good motion around the top.
Lewis.
There you go.
Wakati with the rebound.
Good defensive possession there by Portland.
42.3 seconds left in the first quarter. Inside to Ballou.
Oh,
Blocked.
big block by Lewis. I would expect to see Portland continue to go after Scott Lewis there, though.
Ethan Fay will check in for Trey Ballou. The Dogs just seeming a bit out of sorts here. Down by 13 points here.
South Portland likely going to hold for one here.
15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ooh, off the rim to Lewis, and he hits it. What an exciting team. South Portland has come out here tonight running and gunning, and they have a 19-4 lead after the first quarter. We're back.
Come on, guys, let's go!
South Portland shooting 63% in the opening quarter. Portland only 29 and 0 of 5 from behind the arc.
Fay underneath. He's got two big guys there,
Travel.
and he travels.
There's your up and down call, Steve. Fifth Portland turnover.
Let the ball go.
2-2-1 press from Portland. There's the trap.
Come on, guys!
Gaddis comes up with it on the steal. Chadbourne has Maine in the corner. Gaddis.
South Portland face guarding Chadbourne. They've decided he will not beat them.
Let's see who this is going to be on here. As Fay will be shooting two. That'll be on Hunter Owen, his first.
Portland desperately needs these foul shots, Steve. Got to do something to try to get a little momentum going forward.
Fay hits the first one. Alado and Fonseca come back in for the Dogs. In the corner, my goodness, the big man has quite a shot. His second three of the game. 22-6 is the score. Man, quickly covered by Bachotka. Gaddis outside.
That right idea here, trying to spread out the matchup zone.
Here's a hand check inside. Reach.
Bowles tried to jump into that ball handler and take it away. It'll be the fifth South Portland foul to only one for Portland.
Griffin Buckley will check in for Stillman Maine.
Come on, guys, let's move it around!
Portland can't be giving up offensive rebounds in this state.
Ballou with that one, though. And we will have a timeout. 6:03 left in the first half. 22-6 is the score. Red Riots in command.
There's the trap.
Lotto on the left side. Feeds to Ballou. Ooh. Bajotka with the rebound. Cade now with the ball. Kind of a wild shot up front there. And Louis Gaddis comes down with it. Pedro wants this. Not a good free throw, a good field goal percentage tonight for the Dogs.
Portland shooting 2 of 9 so far.
Get up in his face!
Lotto with the rebound.
Taken away.
Watch out for Owen. He is strong from the corner. His third three of the game, his 9th point.
Let's go, Bulldogs!
Good look. Beautiful look from
Nice
Gaddis.
play by Trey Ballou.
There you go. There's a steal. Portland hustling back. South Portland hustling back on defense, though.
Griffin Buckley to Pedro, who wanted
beautiful.
Trey Ballou open.
And Coach Miller thinks he's going to want to talk.
25-10. The Dogs back to within 15. 4:09 left in the first half.
Blew a little bit late on the trap.
Owen again.
Why not?
The first time he's missed tonight from there. But the rebound comes right out to Pamba, and he puts it right back in. 7 points for Pamba. And we'll have a hand check. On
Cade Carr.
Cade Carr.
South Portland 16 foul. One more and the Bulldogs will be shooting.
Lewis in for Owen. Boy, they are a 1-2 punch. The Twin Towers, but not really in the game at the same time all night tonight, Frank.
No, not yet. They've kind of been platooning a little bit as they both kind of play that low 5-man in the matchup zone.
Nice feed by Pedro Fonseca into Trey Ballou. Trey Ballou has, I believe, all 12 of Portland's points.
Let's go, defense!
I have 10 for him and 2 for Ethan Thay.
Thank you for that.
Take it to the rim! Foul!
Someone maying hard. Ballou, it doesn't fall. My goodness.
Let's go! Good effort!
And Portland cannot afford to have Trey Ballou disappear tonight. He has to be on all game.
Pamba from way downtown.
South Portland starting to cool down a little bit.
A nifty shot by Maine.
Let's go!
27-14 is the score. 2:50 left in the first half.
Get on it!
9-2 run for Portland in the last 2 minutes.
Oh, God. Portland fans wanted to travel, but Jotka gets the credit for the 2. Gaddis.
South Portland biting on the ball fakes early.
There you go.
Oh, no call.
Way to get on it. Nice hustle.
Ballou inside. And he is on fire. That is his 12th point.
Go defense!
29-16. Cross to Carr. The Joker to Carr. Pamba.
Yeah, good rotation. Good work by Gaddis to get over the top and knock it out of bounds.
Thay for Gaddis.
He's the man! Way to pick up the defense! Get out of town!
This defense by Mayen.
Come on, defense! Let's be aggressive! That's why you don't want me to come to this game.
Just that quickly, though. Baez is there. His first 2 of the second quarter after hitting 6 buckets, 3 buckets for 6 points in the first. Ooh. Man.
Let's be smart. Take it to him.
Yeah, inside out,
Hey,
wide
bro.
open look.
Oh! Hey!
Chad Bourne's first stat of the night was an offensive rebound.
What we like. Bump it up.
Say up hard. Blocked.
Get on that ball! Get on it! Good
Chadbourne
job.
with the rebound.
Now call jump ball there. Arrow's going to beat a South Portland.
I can't fault the ref for that. Where'd everybody go? Come on, guys! Let's go! Gotta cut this lead down before halftime. Oh, wow, it's only 13 seconds.
13 seconds.
That's right! Arasa!
Nice defense by Maine. Pumba puts it up. It won't fall. Gaddis hits the curtain. So the curtain comes down on the first half for the Dogs. Mercifully, the score is 31-16. Red Riots in front. Mike Hoffer, your first South Portland game covering for the Southern Forecaster. If we had said at the beginning of this game that South Portland would be up by 15, I think you could have knocked us over with a feather.
No, but they sure came out on fire here in the first period, and they had that 15-point lead after 8 minutes. Portland got the game settled down a little bit in the second quarter. Thankfully, Trey Ballou has come to play tonight with a lot of easy hoops. Now Portland's got to figure out a way to knock down some outside shots, get a little bit of a run going, and maybe take away some of these easy looks that South Portland's knocking down. They had a 63%, I think Frank said, in the first quarter, 52% for the half. If they shoot that way in the second half, I think it's lights out.
And then speaking about the shooting percentage, Portland is really in a different way here. How are we going to get Simon Chadbourne open for a shot tonight?
Well, I'm not sure you're going to. I mean, South Portland is not helping off him at all. It's going to have to come off a direct screen, maybe a dribble handoff or an inbound play. But more than that, Steve, I think more players than Trey Ballou need to get involved. Ballou has had a solid first half. He'll have to come out and play with the same vigor and intensity in the second half. And Portland's just going to have to start knocking down shots. 28% is not going to get the job done.
What do you think about the twin towers of Owen and Lewis?
Fair, that's one of South Portland's strengths, and if they can stay healthy, that size is going to take them a long way. But their athleticism is impressive. They're knocking down shots from the outside. They're getting on the glass. They're playing good defense. I think Coach Millington, I'm sure he's got to find something to pick at, but I think for a coach, he's got to be very happy with his first half effort anyway. Still a long way to go, and he knows that.
The Dogs have held Pamba to about 7 points. We say held. He's really third on the team, though, but perhaps we should watch for some big things to him in the second half.
Absolutely leading scorer, averaging 14, so about half of his typical average, but just the athleticism of this South Portland team is off the charts. I mean, they're able to press, they're able to run, they're able to use their length in the matchup zone, create turnovers, and get out, and they're converting. So Portland has to do something to stop that.
We'll bring you second half action in a moment. Here we go, second half action at the home of the South Portland Red Riots, where they enjoy a 31-16 lead over the Bulldogs, and we'll see what Coach Russo has cooked up in the locker room.
That double screen for Chadbourne, he just got hung up, and the turnover. 7th for the 9th for the Bulldogs, that is.
Cade Carr right at the foul line, he hits his first bucket of the night. So South Portland taking over where they left, or starting where they left off. Trey Ballou, a nice feed by Fonseca, but Lewis with the rebound.
Gotta follow up on those offensive rebounds.
Yep, there's a stick by Baez.
Yeah. That puts Baez into double figures. Simon cannot get that shot off. Ooh, another nice feed by Fonseca to Ballou. Knocked down. His 14th point of the game.
Not a three-point flag.
The South Portland team, as you suggested, very athletic, Frank.
And deep there, the talent doesn't drop off too far for them. Coach Millington willing to play 10, 12 players a game.
Alada with the rebound. Ooh. Oh, Trey Ballou steals it. Up, and he gets fouled by Baez.
Baez's second, first foul of the second half. And Stevens Ballou at the line. This is the kind of effort the Portland will need from him. Night in and night out if they're to make a deep tournament run.
He can bring the Dogs to within 15 with this shot. And he does. 35-20. 6 minutes, 25 seconds left here.
That being said, he can't do it alone. Little man pressure from Alado.
Lewis inside. Gaddis.
Nice heads-up play. Come on, let's move, guys.
I'm trying desperately to get Chadbourne free.
Come on, hit the ball.
Now, look at Pedro Sky up there.
Blocked by Lewis.
Oh my gosh, quickly down court and finished by Baez.
Be aggressive on those offensive boards, guys.
17-point lead, 37-20. Pedro dribbles around,
Hit the ball.
feeds to Alado, it doesn't fall. Bachotka with the rebound. Well, I would venture to say games in which Simon Chadbourne the last 4 years has been held to no points, the Bulldogs have not won. Happened in Wyndham last year in tournament. Leaning in is Scott Lewis. He's back from a lengthy period out. And the Red Riots are very happy to see him back.
That deflection.
Not sure. Oh, Simon feeds Alado underneath. He's stripped. Oh, he comes up with it. And there's a steal. Double digits for turnovers for the Dogs. That's way out by Carr. Pedro with the rebound. Way downtown for Pedro.
Guys, come on.
Yeah, Portland can't be taking no pass threes here.
Portland, I think, showing frustration. Baez to Lewis at the top of the key. Pamba. Gaddis with the rebound. Nice feed by Pedro to Alado. Pedro Fonseca's had some great assists here tonight. 39-22 with 3:39 left. And we're going to have a South Portland timeout. So we're back here. My gosh, Baez high off the glass. It doesn't fall. Alado with the rebound, quickly out. Inside is Wakati for two. 39-24. Dogs clawing back. Griffin Buckley's in the game right now as well. Stillman Mahan. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. 39-24. Carr. Oh my gosh, hard to the hoop there by Baez.
And Baez kind of snuck behind Wakati's head.
Stillman Mahan pushes it down. He's got Alado on the left side. Griffin Buckley for three.
Inside out, right look,
And he
knocks
hits
it down.
41-27. Oh, nice hands by Wakati. Wholesale changes here as Ryan Bowles, David Fiorini, and Logan Doucette and Hunter Owen will come in for South Portland.
And that line change for South Portland.
We had a hockey game, Frank?
Feels like it. Fresh legs on the court. Or is it the ice?
Trey Ballou inside. We're going to have a foul on Trey. The rebound was Bajotka's.
Ballou's first foul. Portland's first the second half. Portland with only one foul in the first half. That's their first so far. So could be a sign of lack of aggression. South Portland has definitely been the more physical team here tonight.
Buckley with the rebound on the shot by Bowles. Pushes it to Mahan.
Mahan had an opening there, but pulled it out.
To Ballou underneath, to Buckley, around to Wakati for three. Doesn't fall. Gonna stay. Portland ball. Louis Gaddis will check in for Ronaldo Wakati.
Portland shooting 1 of 8 from behind the arc. So the anemic shooting continues.
That was a foul by Bowles. South Portland has some great defense, but Trey Ballou with a nice look inside. Gets his own rebound, fights for it. Alado underneath, and he'll get fouled. That'll be the second foul on Hunter Owen. Set to check in, Shippen Savage for the Red Riots.
A couple big foul shots here for Alado.
Savage is a 6'7" forward senior.
Yeah, South Portland was just tremendous team height. Those long arms make the matchup zone happen.
Alado makes both of them. It is a 41-29 Red Riot lead with 1:08 left in the third quarter.
And Portland needs a good defensive possession here. No rotation
nice
there.
drive by Fiorini for his first two. Griffin Buckley to Alado, 45 seconds. Alado is fouled by Savage. Not really a savage foul, but it was a savage foul. If he were here listening to me, I'm sure he'd say something like, gee, I've never heard that before.
Yeah. A couple more big foul shots for Alado.
Not that time.
I'm pretty sure he's shooting 2 there. South Portland not in the bonus is only 14 fouls.
He'll convert one of two. Gets the Dogs to 30 points. That's a 13-point South Portland lead. .27 seconds left. South Portland spreading it out, playing for the last three shot maybe.
Yeah, definitely here with 15 seconds left, trying to get one more quality look.
No foul. No shot, no shot.
There we go. Good team.
At the buzzer, hit by Doucette, and I think it's going to count. 45-30 will bring you fourth quarter action in a moment. We're back for fourth quarter action. Dogs have to make up a 15-point deficit. They've got 8 minutes to do it.
Shooting percentages hovering right around 50 for South Portland and 30 for Portland. So we're going to have a foul on Savage there, his second on a block.
Legal screen. I mean, Gaddis was thrown into the South Portland player.
There we go. South Portland showing 1-2-2. No, 1-2-1-1, three-quarter court.
Foul.
Fiorini's second. Red Riot sixth. One more, and the Bulldogs will be shooting.
Bulldogs only have one foul in this half so far, Frank.
Same story for the first half.
Simon comes back to get it.
Foul. See if it's on the floor, and no, it will be on the floor.
Way to attack.
In the game is Garrick Bayerluki, and that's his first foul. So Trey Ballou will be shooting 1-1.
There we go.
Hits them both, 45-32. A 13-point Red Wyatt lead.
Carr. Good work by Carr to get to the rim there.
Yeah, that was Ryan Bowles.
My apologies.
And a nifty, as you say though, a nifty shot. It doesn't matter who, we just know it's a Red Riot. Man from downtown, Ballou with a nice follow and in.
And we'll see what the call is here. We have a pile up. Foul be after the shot.
Who's it on?
I
did not see.
I didn't even see an indication.
Maybe there wasn't. Maybe it was just a possession issue.
Way to go, Simon! Keep it up, Simon! Keep it!
In and out, Alato with the rebound. Stillman Maine is fouled. Oh, well, we have a timeout.
We will have a timeout.
Joe Russo wants time. 47-34, 6:40 left in the fourth quarter.
Let's go, Bulldogs!
So Alato now to Simon. He is trying so hard to get open. And we're going to get a foul on Scott Lewis, and Simon will be at the line shooting two. I don't think I've seen anybody fight as hard as I've seen Simon fight to try to get an open shot, Frank.
Well, really, Steve, the teams are are keying on him. He's got to do a slightly better job moving without the ball, and I'd expect down the stretch to see some double screens, some more plays, specifically a run to get him open.
Gaddis with the rebound. Lewis, oh my gosh, no call on the
Now a foul.
block.
Foul be on Fiorini, his third.
Louis Gaddis will be at the charity stripe, shooting 2. He can bring the Dogs to within 10 with 6:19 left.
All right, here we go. Have to hit the foul shots here.
He hits the first one. And he hits the second one. Just what the doctor ordered. He brings the Dogs to within 10. 6:15 left.
We'll have a foul. Will be a hand check on Olato. We'll wait for the indication. And it is.
You are correct, sir.
Still only the second foul for Portland.
Pamba checks in for Ryan Bowles, who gave the Red Riot some decent minutes.
Right, that high screen off Lewis.
Help all around the pitch. There we go. Let's go.
Pamba open.
Good job.
Well,
Hit the ball.
kicked out. It's all Portland ball. The cutter
great
is
cut.
Baez. Open and in.
That's all right, guys.
He's got at least 2 points in every quarter. 16 overall. Here's Simon with an open shot, and he hits it.
Needed it.
It's a 9-point lead. The Dogs make it a single-digit lead for the Red Riots. Here we go, folks.
That little token man pressure on the inbound from Portland. High screen. South Portland's shown pick and pop so far. There's the trap. Travel. And that'll be a turnover. South Portland's 8th. And there's pressure from the Riots. 3-on-2.
Lotto to May, and he's open in the corner. He hits it! It's a 6-point South Portland lead. Portland has clawed back. There's 4:41 left in this contest. What a matchup. Fiorina from way downtown, but the rebound will come to Bajotka.
Portland has to do a better job of getting those rebounds. They have to limit South Portland to one chance here. Foul will be on Chadbourne, his first. Portland's third of the second half.
Go back down.
The feed
Lewis.
is outside to Lewis. He hits it. So Lewis answers. It's 52-43 with 4:11 left. So it comes down to this, Frank Myatt and Bobby Tavanian. It comes down to the last 4 minutes and 11 seconds left.
Let's go, Bulldogs.
Wakati is in. And he takes a terrific shot. It's 52-45. 7-point Red Riot lead with 3:50 left.
Inside out look.
Oh, Lewis inside, awfully strong. Momentum killer, 3.5 minutes, 54-45. Riots in front. The Dogs have made a game of it. Ballou for 3. And he hits it. 54-48. It's a 6-point lead. A 2-possession game. But it is the Red Riots with the ball.
Portland 5 of 8 this quarter, including 3 of 4 from behind the arc.
No shot.
Baez kisses it off the glass for 2. 56-48.
Oh, there's the student section.
Well, we hear them. We've seen them. Oh,
right idea, but a little late.
As Baez intercepts it, now there's 2 minutes and 23 seconds left. Portland's going to have to be thinking foul here at some point.
And they still have a lot of fouls to give. It's still not a bad foul there. Alato's second, Portland's 4th. We'll see Fonseca check in for Wakati.
It's been a very well officiated game tonight overall, Frank. This team of referees have done the girls' game and the boys' game.
Now, oftentimes with 3 officials, you start to see officials stepping on each other's toes, but these 3 seem to have a pretty good flow tonight. Now, Portland's got to go after a steal here. Only 2 minutes to play, 3 fouls to give.
Well, yeah. Fiorini did a little sliding there. A minute 44 left, and the Dogs have to do something.
A good hustle by Ballou.
And there's the steal. Alato for 3.
And not a great shot there for Portland. Got to run a screen for Chadbourne or Mahan here to try to get him open for a look.
Alato off the glass, doesn't fall. Scott Lewis with the rebound. A minute 7 left. 56-48. Coming up lame here is Tyree Bajotka. He's got the ball now. He was limping a moment ago.
He could be prime for a trap. That foul on the floor. Foul be on Alato, his 3rd. Portland's 5th. And we'll have a South Portland timeout.
53.1 seconds left. 56-48. What a game this has become. We are back with Tyree Bajotka at the line.
And correction, that was a Portland timeout. I believe Coach Russo's final. Big foul shot for Bajotka.
It's 9 points again. It's 53 seconds left. There's not going to be much that the Dogs can do here with that kind of time. Bajotka makes it 10.
And Portland's got to get a quick score here. They have 3 shooters on the floor. We'll see what they have drawn up. Mahan in the corner.
Couldn't get it off. So Pedro takes it. Doesn't fall. And the rebound will come to Bajotka. And folks, with 36 seconds left and a 10-point lead, that's going to be all she wrote.
And a good hard foul there by Griffin Buckley.
Shooting 2 will be Bajotka. He hit 2 just a moment ago. I dare say that's one of the few shots South Portland has not made tonight.
That's to your point, Steve. They still hovering right around 50-55% on the night from the floor.
Pemba with the rebound, but stolen by Ballou.
Portland just needs a quick shot here.
The nice fake by Chadbourne, but not the best look, unfortunately. 13 seconds left, and that's going to do it. So, Frank, with the Dogs losing tonight by 10, but they really made it an exciting game.
Exactly, Steve. Fourth quarter push there really got them back in. We saw some exciting play, saw some Dogs knock down some shots, play some tough defense. So, a few positive takeaways for Coach Russo going forward, but they just have to get open and hit shots.
Trey Ballou led all scorers tonight with 23 points, but Jeremy Baez had 18 points, and the Red Riots just really spread it out tonight.
They did, and they got that quick 15-point lead, and more or less that lasted. Portland did get it to 6 momentarily. Scott Lewis with a big 3 that kind of brought the curtain down. I'm really impressed with South Portland. They might be the best team in this very deep and balanced Class AA South. This is going to be a big win for them going forward, and of course the teams are going to see each other again next month, and who knows, maybe one more time after that. But, you know, Portland, they're still a work in progress, clearly, and this is the most coaching, I think, that Coach Russo and his staff have had to do in probably 4 or 5 years, but they'll be up for the challenge, and I think you'll see Portland respond.
Folks, it's out of the frying pan and into the fire as the Portland Bulldogs will leave this Beal Gymnasium in the Class AA South Red Riots and play Scarborough next. And we'll bring it to you on WPPS TV 1302. This is Steve Schwartz for Frank Myatt, Mike Hoffer with the forecaster, and Bobby Tavanian on camera for WPPS TV 1302 saying so long from Beal Gymnasium, where tonight the Portland Bulldogs are defeated by the Red Riots. Good night.